Well, hello! Welcome back to World of Horror! I gotta watch how I pronounce that one. That one's a rough one. Ooh. Anyways, let's jump right in. New story. I'm almost sad to reset these colors, but it's something I always do. Okay, can't really complain with that one. what a, what a bright color. All right. um. Yeah, there's like whole lock settings here. I don't even know. We gotta beat a run. That's what we gotta do. Quick play. I'm sure we'll beat one of these. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new, unknown threats. Old gods, malicious, eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clue spells and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city. Yo, back Atarasu, once again. Can't escape from combat encounters. That's his whole gimmick. Cool. Alright, back to this lady. I need to learn their names, but I don't think they have a way to do so. But she is dexterous, she has strength, perception, low funds, low knowledge, okay charisma, no items. Okay, we're just gonna head home and jump right into it. Nothing in the mailbox. Right, outfit-wise, I think we've seen most of hers. Let's go ahead and go with that one. Take a bath. We're gonna get an XP boost. Don't mind if I do. Anything through the peephole? Nope. Everything's normal. That's always a good sign. Anything on TV? Local dentists have been found guilty of implanting dog teeth on their human patients. Motive is currently unknown. Alrighty. Alright, anything in the drawer? I got an empty bottle. Anything outside? Is it going to rain? What a lovely day here at the city. Alright, new mystery. Alright, we got 5 mysteries to choose from. Buried Deep. Or, sorry, no, that's the ending I've gotten for this one. Horrible history of household hell. Sorrowful saga of the Moonlight Sailors. Far out fable of a fear festival. Alarming accounts of abnormal arms. Tragic tale of the thaumaturgy teacher. I think this is the first one in a while we haven't had a rancid ramen investigation. What's going on with the empty bottle? They used to store liquids. We love that. I can probably get bathwater with it too. I don't know what that does for us, but let's check out this one. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. I don't think we've actually done this one before in general. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you for a curious sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree. You need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Today's goal, explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you? Continue. Wait, what is this one? A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner, who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Oh my. Your group has arrived in the village and are currently unpacking at the inn, giving you some time to explore. The festival begins in the evening. To progress this mystery, choose actions that will advance the clock. As you learn about the terrible secrets of this village, more actions will unlock. Okay. Yeah, we can just explore the village. See what we find here. Weird funeral. You had no idea that the funeral you've been invited to would end with the guests slashing their hands to feed the deceased with their blood. You stay at the back, shocked by how grotesque it is. Suddenly the guests turn their heads in your direction. It's your turn now. No. Tried to talk them. I'm not very charismatic. Honestly, I am pretty strong and dexterous. Yeah, I failed the strength check. Plus an injury. The guests mean business. You break into a frantic run. However, this only enrages the mourners. They soon catch up and overpower you. After an involuntary sacrifice, they toss you out on the street. Yuck. Yucky. Cut arm sinew. Ooh. Deal -1 damage on all attacks in combat. That's actually, like, really bad. Wow. The festival grounds are now open for visitors. Maybe you should check it out. We've got the inn, we've got explore the weird village, and we've got enjoy the festival, which is a free action. Let's go ahead and do that. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. Look for friends. You stumbled into your friend. Yo, Rico! I need to move some stuff. Can you help? -3 stamina if agreed. Yeah, that's fine. Friendship formed? Right, now let's head to the inn. The inn's room is dusty, like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. What is that? Onsen? I don't know what that is. Onsen sounds good. Oh, that's what that is. The hot springs feels great. Finally, you can relax for a bit and enjoy the warm water. +2 stamina. Thank you. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find out more information about the festival? Day 2 morning. Yeah, we can head into the forest. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls. Try to decipher them? Success! You recognize the strange symbols and connect them to the horrors plaguing your town. +5 experience, we love to see it. The weird sounds coming from the forest kept you up at night. What could it all mean? We're going back in the forest? That pair has been following you since morning. You finally managed to lose them. You can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. -2 stamina? No! Alright, it's nighttime again. We can enjoy the festival. Let's explore the village now that it's night. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takeuchi's door. This is odd since he's usually punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and enter. There's no sign of the professor, but the quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt about what has happened. But how? And why? Clues. You notice a book lying on the floor. You pick it up to find that 4 pages have been torn out. You memorize the title of the book. Why would someone take them? And what did they contain? More XP. Today's goal question mark? Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They are talking about something awakening at the next dawn. Uh-oh. You wonder what's up with that. Yeah. It's not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. Uh-oh. This is not good. Right, we need to head back. Back in the forest. Let's go, Rico. Takahashi! You hear a chipper voice shout during a jog around the area. You turn your head to see another one of your teammates in casual clothes, smiling, blissfully unaware of everything going on. What's up, Captain? Notice anything weird recently? Failure? Failure enough? She shakes her head, throwing up her hands in a shrug. What makes you ask? Something wrong? You tell her not to worry about it too much. You part ways shortly after that. Oh. Yeah, we gotta explore the forest some more. The trees overhead block the sunlight and you begin to feel gloomy. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? Right, to the festival apparently. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Today's goal, find the missing... No, I think we found them. A trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village, somewhere in the dark forest. There's an answer waiting for you. 4 actions until sunrise. You start to recognize some of the paths and rocks you've seen earlier. We spent a lot of time exploring the forest. Rest at camp, or explore the forest. At night, too. In the 80s, too. So I'm sure that their visibility is fabulous. What you thought was just a discarded pile of clothes suddenly moves. As it stands up, a cloud of white powder is released into the air. Oh my. What am I looking at? Is it like a mushroom? It's kinda gross. Anyways, we don't have a weapon, so we're kicking you. -1 health is crazy. That's such a nerf. Even if I hit all 4 of them, which I'm not doing. Oh, there we go. It's only 4 damage. He stabbed me with a knife, and I'm just kicking him. This is not how you do it. He's so chunky. 1 HP left. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. I got an achievement, and that scares me. Okay, I still just have cut arms in you. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from the inn's window. After tying you up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind him. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. Yeah, I don't really know how to portray the aunt. Uh-oh. Don't like this one bit. Yeah, I don't want to fight that. I do not want to fight that. With a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears, and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights in the hand of a police officer saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual blood and eldritch being. The village is abandoned, with no trace of blood anywhere. You are the only one seeing the ancient horror. Well, thank you, officer. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus, wondering what would happen if you didn't stop the ritual in time. Let's go. At least we saved some lives, and Raiko gave us a +1 fund. Awesome. That was damaging. Alright, Old God stirs. I don't know what that means. A feeling of paranoia, heart of darkness. Lighthouse gets 1 additional floor. Okay, well, hopefully we get to discover what that means. Heading home. We got a key. Alright. New investigation. Actually, I lied to you. We gotta hop in the bath. Take a bath. Alright, I filled the empty bottle with water. What does that do? Food +1 stamina. Nice. And I can just take a XP bath. Oh, that didn't heal any. Interesting. Alright. People. No, nothing weird today. TV. We are shocked after what she did. Her voice was always so calm. Alright, investigation. Horrible history of household hell. Movement saga. Abnormal arm. Sure, let's do that one. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed, with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found, and the apartment remained vacant. The door to her apartment was closed, and she lived alone. What other ways in are there? Maybe you can get the apartment plan to compare with other flats. And then abnormal anatomy, investigate the hospital location to complete that quest. Let's go and take care of that first. Better get it out of the way. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. The elevator doors open. Yep, yucky. -3 reason it's so bad. Oh, I didn't even know I guess it's just like a flat luck value, because I have no idea what it would be based off the stats down here. Right. One more hospital investigation. I'm sorry, have you seen the doctor? He suddenly disappeared and I'm not sure whether the surgery is over. Forgotten patient. Oh my goodness. That is bad for you. This kicker right in the heart. Ow. Don't miss. She has 12 HP. She might get me. Maybe not. It's gonna be close though. There we go. Nice, and I leveled. You advance to the next experience level, choose one perk. 1 charisma, 1 knowledge. Gain stamina for all successful event skill checks. That sounds kind of incredible, actually. And then I think let's just go and do reason. Let's be safe. The Anatomical Museum Archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellified bones. -1 reason. Yucky. Alright, we're gonna head. Can we enter the hospital and heal? Yeah, heal injuries. Costume to enter. Oh, I'm investigating it. You meet with your friend who has recently started her nursing practice. You leisurely chat. Don't ruin the moment. That's such a good event to accidentally find your way upon. Right, enter the hospital, please. You still have some time before you're asked to the office. You wait patiently. Enter doctor's office. Direct result of the weird things happening in your town, you finally are asked to the doctor's office. Now, how can I help you today? Please heal this. 2 funds. That's so expensive. Fair enough. I have blood loss. -10% max stamina from treatment. Maybe that's temporary? Let's hope that's temporary. And then we're gonna head to home and rest. Okay. And then we're gonna rest one more time. Doom is not doing too bad. It's only a 16. And now we have reasonable stats. So now we can head downtown and investigate there. So we can try to get the apartment plan to compare it with the rest of the flats. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around as if he's checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Follow him? The door is locked, but you think you can repeat the knocking pattern the suspicious man used. Nothing happens. Okay, two doom. Not bad, not bad. Going going to the apartments. It's on the 3rd floor. There's no way somebody used the window to escape. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. I do struggle to look at it. I failed my charisma check on it. You're haunted by nightmares. Awesome. Alright, still investigating the apartments. You notice the odd placement of ventilation shafts. They seem too small for anyone to crawl through, though. Interesting, interesting. Still have blood loss. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. Why would you do that? Hopefully it'll go away. Alright, continue to investigate the apartments, see what we can find. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming. Yeah, let's hang up immediately. Alright, -1 reason. Still hurting, but we're still going. Alright, checking out the fire escape. You wonder what kind of animal the spider caught in its web. You scare away the annoyed predator and rip open the cocoon to reveal a human finger. Ooh, but there was a ring on that finger. +1 dex, -2 max stamina. That's okay. That's okay, put it on. Okay, another neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. Let's keep investigating the vents. Or on the fire escape, that works too. Find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? +2 funds, -1 reason. Yep, the cost of money. Let's check the building plan once again to find out if there is a place where all the vents connect. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of soda inside, but you really could use a drink. Get the cheapest one, please. I am poor. Ooh, I did succeed on a dex check. Tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. -1 fun, +5 XP. Always take XP. Every room is connected by the vents coming from the unused boiler room. Could it be? Hopefully whatever it is doesn't damage my reason. Ooh. You enter the boiler room and trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you could smell something vile and rotten. Hello. Oh my! You almost fall to the ground when you see the wide-open stare of the dead pervert, his elongated limbs stretching and disappearing into the vent's darkness. Inside his mouth, you find a tiny key. After the police arrive, the whole building gets searched. Following the arms, the detective finds the body of a man stuck in a ventilation shaft. Later, he's identified as the building caretaker. In his closet, police find pieces of underwear and a voyeuristic photo of the tenants. One of the tenants didn't mention they were missing their underwear. 2. You are questioned thoroughly and eventually released as the murder case is being covered up as a case of an unfortunate gas leak. Alrighty. Oh, we got a fun. Thank you, Raiko, who is still hanging around with us for some reason. It's a blood moon. The Crimson Moon spotted over Tojikoa keeps everyone on the edge. All enemies get 20 additional power. Uh-oh. Alrighty, heading back home. I got a new key in there. I also still have this tiny key. Certain locks. Don't know what that means. Alright, hop in the bath. We're going to take a cold one to get some extra reason, because we are struggling on that front. And then, yeah, we begin. Tragic tale of the thaumaturgy teacher. 2B used to be one of the most outstanding classes in the school, at least before their teacher's disappearance. Her replacement glides through the school, entrancing all those around her with soft voice and calming, emotionless eyes. Now she stands at the front of the class, scribbling occult symbols in chalk and hissing lessons about the old gods. The children no longer play, but sit in their seats until dark, chanting along, learning of their eldritch masters and preparing to serve them. Following a rumor, you visit the house of the schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. The girl's parents sit crying in the living room and fearfully point you upstairs. We also have to head downtown. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. Let's hopefully hang on to our reason. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wanted to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Yeah, we'll help him. Why not? Oh, we succeeded our strength check. You find another letter behind a wardrobe. It explains that the reason your friend left was that the Shattered people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company's truck driver. You haven't seen the moving company's truck driver's face. Get resolved. It looks like I gained a stamina there. I don't know why, but. Following a rumor, you visit the house of a schoolgirl who acted really strange in class. Yep, that's the same. We just gotta investigate downtown again. Alright. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Blood loss, infected wound. Oh my goodness. Climbing a tree, you get a better view of the class. Weird schematics of some portal drawn on the blackboard could help in the future. and I'm fearful. Lose 1 reason at the start of each enemy encounter. That's nasty. Alright, I'm just gonna head home. Doom is still like under 25%, so I'm just gonna rest like twice. That'll get reason up above 10, stamina's pretty good. Now we can head to the apartments and get investigated. You never stood a chance. Uh-oh, they stood a chance. The telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. Gossip junkie. Alright, well, I'm kicking you. I did lose 1 reason. She has taken yet another from me, but yet, nevertheless, we deal 8 damage and kicks. Hopefully, if we hit all 4 of these, we can... Oh, I missed it. Alright, finish her. There we go. She sits in her bedroom in a bloodstained uniform, a dead rat lying in her hands. Ask why she killed it. She just grins. Alright, continue to investigate the apartments, please. Putting your... Oh. Not another one. Stop sticking your hand in spider holes. Another lead. The former teacher of the class may prove more useful. Knocking on their door or get you no answer. Just subtle chittering behind the door. Alright, we'll head to the village. Already back down to 6 reason. Love to see it. Following a weird light up down to 5 reason. You enter an abandoned village building. The whole room is illuminated by countless paper lanterns in many colors. One lantern, however, begins to get closer. Hello, lantern. He is an incorporeal enemy. I cannot hurt him. Therefore, I will sever your ties to the world. Don't attack me too many times. I will die and go insane. Not in that order. Cool. Get resolved. Getting lots of XP. Oh, I got enough to level. Nice. You know what I'm spending that on? We got fast swimmer, faster offensive actions. Ooh. +1 knowledge, +1 leadership. Let's go ahead and take fast swimmer. And then let's take reason. Okay, there we go. A little boy from the school has been attacked by his classmates. Alright, we're going to the hospital. I'm gonna question this child so that way... Oh, I got discipline. I forgot what that does. Okay, nice. That's what the stamina was for. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location threat level increases. That's fine. You find him in the hospital covered in bites. Just what is this whole summoning that he speaks of between his sobs? Couldn't tell you. You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduces himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that promises to revolutionize modern medicine. Holding out a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. You see the sign here? I'll sign here. Thank goodness, luck. Later you wake up in a surgical ward. There's no sign of the doctor, but you feel healthier and notice that one of your wounds is gone without a trace. You can select 1 injury status and heal it for free. I have so many. Lose 1 reason. Injury minor. Dex and perception is rough. -10 max stamina is also rough. Alright, let's go with infected wound. We might get another one from that bite, but for the time being, that's 1 less issue to deal with. With no other ideas, you decide to wait outside the school itself. Alright. Not creepy at all. Just standing outside the school. You find an old trophy case set in a seemingly abandoned corridor. Everything inside is covered in a thick layer of dust. One medal seems particularly valuable. Just open it. Forehead. Using it. Oh, yo! Use that little key. Using a key you find, you open the trophy case and take an odd golden goblet without a plaque. Let's go. Important container, constantly cold to the touch. It looks ancient. What was it doing in school? Interesting. The faint chanting doesn't stop, and no one enters or leaves the building. Okay. Well, let's find out. This door shouldn't be there. This shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. Resist. -2 stamina. You force yourself to leave the mysterious door behind. You know, stamina is better than reason. You hear a scream coming from the school. It's time to enter the weird classroom. You sneak in through a window and skulk across the shadowy corridors. All the classrooms have emptied out. Peering into one, you spot the corpse of a teacher nailed to the chalkboard, shaking. You approach it. You spot an odd bulge protruding from his stomach. It writhes against your fingers as you probe it. Prepare for combat. Suddenly, the teacher's chest rips apart, showering the classroom with gore. From within, a child coated in meat, ew, and intestines leaps out, screeching with joy. Ew. Red gross sequence. Okay, I can't kick 4 times just yet, but can I prepare a kick? I can. So we get 1 guaranteed kick. Alright, she has 4 more hit points. We can do this. Easy. Awesome. As you near the gym hall, the chanting and rhythmic drums grow louder, threatening to intoxicate you. You creak the door open and stifle a scream. The entire school is gathered around a huge portal surrounded by black candles. From within, the bellowing of the beast being summoned echoes. The teacher stands at the front, covered in a purple robe, her true form revealed. Oh my. Knowledge is power. 42 HP is crazy. Alright, this enemy is so massive this attack won't cause any damage. Rika, you don't have to distract this enemy. You will die. So I think, if I recall, I gotta find it. Is it bad? Yeah, attack the teacher. Maybe if you defeat them, the horror will end. I believe so. 10 damage is crazy. Alright, I'm badly bleeding. Teacher down. I repeat, teacher down. With her dying scream, the teacher throws herself into the portal. Her vicious master shows no mercy. You hear it devour her before the connection shuts. Crazy. The confused children lie on the ground crying. Thanks to you, however, they are safe. Awesome. Thank you, Rico, for the funds. Hey, we have 7 funds. We gotta buy a weapon. With more and more students going missing, the police have restricted access to the school building. That's fine. The library additional into action is disabled. That's also fine. Alright, we're going home. We got a 3rd key. Pretty good, pretty good. We're gonna take a bath. I don't know what kind of bath we want to take, though. Cold bath. For sure. Alright, peephole. Oh, shadowy figure. He's just a-waiting there. We did level up, that's pretty nice. What do we want to get for that? Folklore studies. You've advanced to the next experience level. +1 knowledge, running shoes, smaller doom penalty for running. No thank you, hot path, improved resting. Let's go with folklore studies. We can always use some more knowledge, and let's go ahead and go with... It's going to bring our dex up to 10. Cool. Alright, and onwards, another mystery. We've completed 3 of them so far, we only have 2 left. Let's go ahead and go with, we'll save the household health for last. We'll go with the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean, a dark writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night, when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away, a single lantern swinging at the helm and the captivated fisherman swinging eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile ooze in their nets, and one by one they are all disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. Alright, you start your investigation, hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. To the fish market, and by that I mean to the regular market. Honestly, yeah. It's a dex weapon, I have 10 dex. Alright, we have a steak knife. We're gonna equip that immediately. And then we're gonna discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. We can do that. Let's shop for another item. Discount. We got a bottle of milk. Another one. Alright, an empty bottle. So let me drink this bottle of milk. And that produced an empty bottle. And then I can just get discarded. That's 1. And get discarded. That's 2. You find a huge pile of nets and hooks prepared for the big hunt. You quickly throw them into the ocean. Maybe that'll stop them from sailing out. Maybe. Always a possibility. Let's check out downtown. Someone taps you on your back. Sorry, is the bus still running? I'm so late for a meeting. The boss is going to kill me. Startled, you quickly turn around, shocked by what you see there. Oh my, tapeworm salaryman. Oh dear. Well, I have a surprise for you, buddy. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can fit 8 stabs in. Okay, that's a little broken. Love to see it. Although you braved the stench for hours, you gleaned nothing besides the fact the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Sure. We'll investigate, I guess, the restaurant that she works out of. Something is wrong. You don't see anyone on the street. You could have sworn it was crowded just a minute ago. You'd better hurry out of here. When you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Oh, I am badly infected and bleeding. I'm so injured. When you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Peering in through the dusty window, you recoil in shock. We're gonna head to the hospital, actually. I have some funds. I need to get rid of the infected wound. Alright, I have 2. That's fine. Alright, exit. And now I'm gonna head I'm at 56% doom. I'm gonna head home and rest just once. Okay. We're at good stats. We have a good thing going here. Let's not flub it. Alright. Investigating the manor here. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together, her final gruesome artwork. That's just a legend, right? Let's check out the sewing machine. Oh, she's found me at last. Okay, just a jump scare, not a not a fight. Love to see it. Didn't lose any reason. Also love to see that. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you step closer, study them. Uh-oh. Knowledge check failure. You try to recognize the symbols, but they shift and change right before your eyes. Dizzy, you escape the room as blood oozes from your nose. Minus your reason. Well, you know what? We didn't need it anyways. Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You look around hoping to spot one of them. Alright, we're going to investigate the seaside here. We're at 61% doom. I'm sure that's fine. Suddenly, the air around you begins to whirl. A supernatural wave of freezing wind is approaching. Brace yourself. Okay, it did stamina. That's fine. We can eat stamina. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies as he caresses his catch. The beating movements of his arms disturb you. Alright, get investigated nevertheless. Walking on the beach, you discover a giant charred pit. As you wonder what was burned here and why, you hear a crackling sound getting louder as everything around you becomes scorching hot. Oh my, Burning Man, yo, that's a fun festival. You are an incorporeal enemy, sir. I must sever your ties. Uh-oh, that's gonna take so long. I'm at 7 and 4. What are you gonna do to me? Okay, he's just doing stamina damage. I should survive. Oh my, the bandages on my face is crazy. I survived with 1 hit point. Wait, what's that? Ooh, some corpse dust. You have to scoop that on up. Okay, we're going home. We're gonna rest quite a few times. We're up to 69 doom, 72 doom. Okay, so I rested a bunch. I still have... I'm burned. Additional combat damage. Don't like that. Okay. Let me go ahead and drink this bottle of water. Because that'll give me 1 more stamina. Alright. That's as good as we're going to get for right now. What is the corpse dust? Occult. Plus 20 XP, minus 2 luck. Alright, we'll use that closer to an actual level up because, yeah. No reason to nerf luck without any benefits immediately. Oh, look, another spider. You wonder what kind of animal that spider caught in its web. You scare away the annoyed predator and rip open the cocoon to reveal, oh, another human finger. But also another item. A rock ring. +1 strength, -2 max reason. I'm okay with the other ring I have. I think that one is better. That boosts dex. That's why we have double-digit dex. Alright. You slip out at night and race towards the beach, terrified of what comes next. The full moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight, and you lock their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. You, the possessed fishermen's boats, fill the horizon with their light, tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. It's not the sailors. The black beings must have left their bodies. Shocked, you watch them sail their way out of the harbor. You are terrified at their power, but relieved that they did not drag their meat puppets with them. The beings never returned, yet mothers will not let their children play on the beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out on the waves. Although some claim they see strange beings come into the port at night. Hey, we saved the sailors. Let's go. -3% doom. Love to see it. And then Rico is still funding our adventures, even though I'm looking like the dude out of mouthwashing. If you know that game, shout out to you. Alright, did the water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? Freaky flood. Exploring the seaside location has a chance of inflicting drench status. Love to see it. Okay, we're going home. Possibly for the final time. Maybe. I don't know how this all works. Alright, looking outside. It's been raining since morning. Yep, floods. Alright, we're going to take our daily bath. What are our stats at? 10 and 11? Yeah, I mean, this is the last mission. Let's go ahead and... we're at cap. Okay, fair enough. Oh, never mind. I didn't, never mind. I'm stupid. It's okay. Final mission. Final mystery. Horrible history of household hell. There are many old mansions around this town. That old manor is one of them, supposedly haunted by the family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But is it the only tragic event that took place there? Friends you've talked with are not sure where the mansion itself is located. You have to find the mansion first. A trip to the library may shed some light on it. We also have to investigate Seaside, which is unfortunate, because they have a chance to waterlog me or something like that. There's flooding, don't you know? The ocean is hungry. If you're stopped by a person with a knife, they look incredibly sad. It wants me to, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? Talk them out of it. Good luck with your 6 charisma. Hey! After a long conversation, they hand you the knife and thank you. Let's go. Another lady saved. Friends you've talked with are not sure about the manor's location itself, so we should keep investigating at the seaside. Just to complete the side quest, something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette half buried in the sand is calling you. Feeling your hand shaking, you take a step closer. Ignore it. Ooh, succeeded a strength check. Love to see it. Despite your sudden desire, you get a hold of yourself. You move away from it, you quickly forget the whole encounter. You've learned the cliff the mansion was built on is famous for its extensive cave system. You've decided to rent some books that might help you. So a trip to the library. Assuming at the school, even though technically we don't have access to the library thanks to the eldritch events going on in the town. Oh, hello, it's my best friend here. Hello. Come join me, please. Oh my, you're chilling. The building was supposed to be somewhere near the cliffs. Copy the mansion's photo from the newspaper and prepare to leave. Alright. I guess the cliffs are downtown, so downtown we'll head. It's getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery. Oh, I leveled up, and the shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. Confront them. We are powerful. Alright, never mind. We failed a charisma check, and it was a priest who is like, what are you doing? And we can't lie, so he threw us out. Awesome. Alright, let's level up real quick. Hot bath. +1 perception, +1 dex. Yo, the dex is so good. 11 dex, and honestly, let's go ahead and do that as perception, maybe. Yes. No, let's go ahead and do that as luck. I didn't know that we could do luck. Yeah, let's sure luck. No. Yes. Alright, so we will, comparing different mansions with the sketch, you finally find the one. There's only one problem. You will need a strong rope to enter the mansion through the high window. It's a good thing there's a shop right here. They don't sell any rope. There's a hardware shop here. Costed 4 doom. They also don't have a rope. Okay, goodbye. Alright, Seaside, get investigated. We're running out of doom bar. I'm assuming if that hits 100, we just lose. Cool air suddenly fills your mouth. It tastes metallic. Before you can react, you hear a low growling sound coming from behind you. Oh, yo, we're seeing all the legends. The Lunar Cat. Alright, Lunar Cat, I'm sorry to tell you, but I am armed with a steak knife and ready to deal damage. I almost have enough for another attack in there too, that's kind of crazy. That's so much damage. You make it through the window. This is the abandoned mansion your friends have talked about. Let's explore it. Our character has gone through such a transformation. You enter a room full of wooden statues. You are amazed by how realistic some of them look. So realistic, in fact, that you could have sworn one of them blinked. Another combat. Pillar Vampire. Oh my. Buddy, I got bad news for you. Yeah, I can still do 8, but I'm almost at 9. Missed a couple of those, but that's okay. Oh, you did a lot of reason damage. Please don't do that again. Thank you. You heard a weird noise coming from the locked study. You must find the key. Oh, we're in this menu. Cool, cool. Open this door. The investigation is taking a toll on you. +4 doom, that's a problem. Don't tell me we're gonna lose to doom of all things. The round window of the crooked manor tower is calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright light. Force yourself into hiding. Oh, we gained a reason. +2 reason. Spot an old fallen tree and jump behind it, still feeling the unnatural light on your skin. Soon things calm down, you're safe. That's really good. Alright, room. +1 doom. The mirror +2 doom. We're at 96. That can't be good. Unlike Panicky, even though it's not like a time thing and it's not gonna go up faster, the class, or if I like click on these slower. Yo, our third thingy. And it must have just gone straight to storage or got discarded. Either way, we're at 97 doom. If we complete the mission, it should. Yeah. Now I'm dead. Wow, did not expect that. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, and no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. Alright. Cool. Love to see it. Alright, well that is the run. I will see you all in the next video. This might be the last one of this for a little while. Let me know if you want to see some more. But I do think I want to explore some other games. So yeah. Take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Later.